for is really this column, these columns F and G right here, those two columns, and really whether this information is correct. I'm not sure where I got the 20 plus an hour. There's somewhere in the documents I think you sent me that they have that as some sort of annual average salary. I think we could also add kind of average or median or most common educational attainment in the preferred category too. I think that might help people. But what I've done here is these are the cluster areas. And what I've looked at is the enrollment of students in their career and technical education and how many students are actually getting access to and how many students are getting access to and participating and then concentrating and taking a couple courses in those areas. And how does that relate to what is the projected high demand jobs in our region that actually pay a living wage? So I know there are high demand jobs that may not pay a living wage, might not have sustainability, but there are many high demand jobs that are middle skilled and entry skilled that do pay a living wage. So what I'm trying to do is give people this focus in terms of helping them drive out educational programs that support economic growth. So here are all the career cluster areas. This next two columns, the pounds shows me the number of students who participated in one of these cluster area courses, 9th through 12th graders. I think it's 2015. The 14-15 school year is the most recent data set. Then the next one is the percentage of the total number of students. So that is of all the students in 9th through 12th grade students in Clark County, what percentage of them actually participated in the 14-15 school year in one of these areas? And as you can see, 57% of the students actually participated in there. Now we can debate whether that's a good number or a bad number. That would be a discussion for me with the superintendents. But this gives us an idea of what students are taking and where students have become interested in terms of career paths, or what our schools are actually offering also. Concentrators includes students who have taken two or more courses by 14-15 school year in the more beyond the exploratory level coursework. So this is whether they've done an internship in one of these areas, whether they've been focused in one of these areas. So all of those questions are ones we would want to look at. And then the next two questions is this area, is this agriculture and natural resources, is it a high demand area like you had indicated in your document, Scott? And I think I captured these, maybe I didn't, but that's what I'm interested in. And secondly, of those areas, which ones are on average, or how you might calculate it, pay $20+ an hour for that? And so, and then the final one for us is it STEM or not? That's not so much question I have. That's one that I can make some determinations. But those columns F and G are really the ones what I'm looking for is, do I have it correct or am I wrong? If I have it correct, you can see health sciences is yes and yes. But we only have 2% of kids taking it, and only less than 2% that are actually concentrated in that area. And so then this will help us, help educators to start driving programs. We can create awareness programs that also say, hey, health science is a great opportunity. Why don't you enroll in a course there? Or advanced manufacturing is an opportunity. Why don't you enroll in this course that has offered in your high school, which will lead them to pursue those careers. That's kind of our thinking. You can see where our high demand areas we have low enrollment, and in some of our low demand areas or low pay area we have higher enrollment. So this is the document I'm working on, and I can hopefully be able to take that and look and be able to use this as one to help shape programming in our K-12 institutions, or specifically our high school. I hope that makes sense. Shoot me an email if you have any questions. Cass, thank you again for keeping us focused. Let me know if I'm not clear and if I'm not clear about this or you don't understand what is needed. So anyway, if you look at the next one, the CTE cluster ones, all this shows you is I've also compared us to the state and each one of these and how does that work in terms of the state. And this is a chart I made that shows the class of 2015. It shows what happened. 20% didn't make it out of high school. 33% got a high school diploma but didn't go into a 2-year, 4-year institution within 1 year upon high school graduation. This one shows me the percentage of students of the class of 2015 that entered into a 2-year program, and then this one who entered into a 4-year program, knowing that this one probably at least 30 or 40% of these students actually will continue to pursue a 4-year program. And they're just going to get a transfer degree at Clark College and move to this. What I'm hoping to show is we have to get more students graduating from high school and pursuing entry-level positions with entry-skilled positions. It also needs to show that we need to make sure that our high school diploma students, more of them are entering into technical degree and 2-year degree, and that's where our big shift is. What the red shows, based on, I think, Scott, your data, is the percentage of projected jobs that require a different level of educational attainment. So from your data set, though, what I noticed is 27% of the 20% of the jobs projected over the next 10 years is going to require an advanced degree. 39% will require some sort of technical degree, and 34% will require only a high school degree. What I am also emphasizing is none of these jobs that pay a living wage require no skills. They all require some sort of skills, and high schools need to be tooled to be able to prepare students for these entry-skilled positions. And through these entry-skilled positions, we also assume that many of the students can then go on to pursue the technical degrees. So that's how I'm thinking about it. Any help you can have to help me kind of make this conversation argument would be immensely appreciated.